12 years ago, a man did something that his family and friends thought was just crazy. He bought a condemned fraternity house, and he turned it around, all in the name of love.
Jill said, "This was the house of our dreams. We loved old houses. But this house had been owned for 10 years by a notorious fraternity who had torn it up. But Jill really wanted this house. And I really wanted Jill."
Oh, don't you love it? Ron Tanner's unique story, a love story, a book titled From Animal House to Our House, is now inspiring homeowners across the country to remodel their own beloved living spaces. He joins us now in the studio. You got a great book, Ron. Thanks for joining us. I love this story, and I know you're from Baltimore. The house is in Baltimore, but to me, this feels like a Buffalo story.
Oh, yeah, and that's why I'm in Buffalo. Buffalo is famous for its old houses and its old buildings.
It's just gorgeous. You know, when you and your girlfriend at the time saw this house, what were you thinking?
I was thinking, all I want is to be with Jill, and Jill loved this house.
Yeah.
She just would not stop talking about it. She said, "Ron, you know, you'll never find another house like this." And I said, "Well, it's condemned property. Of course I'll never find a house."
Condemned.
I don't want it. But she saw something that I didn't see, and I trusted her. And so we walked into this, and we knew nothing about fixing up old houses.
This is important. You're not fixer-uppers.
No, well, we are now.
Yeah.
We're expert at it now. But at the time, we didn't know, and it was just blind luck, blind love that led us into this. Now, keep in mind, we're talking about the floors were ruined, 3 ceilings were falling in, 72 balusters were knocked out of the staircase, the walls were crumbling. The frat boys had used all the doors for target practice with darts and knives, and they had chopped up the mahogany banister that went up the 3 flights of stairs. On and on it went. They'd left 16 empty kegs of beer, a walk-in closet full of term papers,
oh my gosh.
Full refrigerators in every room. The house had sat abandoned for a year, so things like that. But Jill said, "No, we can do it." And I said, "Okay, let's try it." And we tried it, and we failed our first inspection.
Oh, no.
But on and on it went. And but ultimately, we prevailed. And This Old House magazine featured our work in 2008.
Isn't that great?
And we now run this website called House Love, which is for people like us and anybody who's doing this. We have lots of advice because we made all the mistakes. So we're trying to save people from the pain and heartbreak that we experience.
Well, you know, I think not only is it a story about a vision of seeing something in a piece of property that had been abandoned and forgotten and left to die, if you will, but also your love story is an important part of it. I think that's so inspiring. It's something we don't often get in the DIY stories of the world. That's a wonderful element.
Yeah, it was integral to the whole experience because it was love that saw us through.
Yeah.
And we made a lot of mistakes along the way. One of the first mistakes we made, for instance, was we thought we just had to knock the work out 24/7. But one of the things we learned was that if we took a break once a week, just take a Saturday or a Sunday, just get out of the house, go out together. We went to flea markets, yard sales, open houses. That was a big inspiration for us. And also house museums, that was a lot of fun. Just give us an idea what other people are doing, and we would bring those ideas back. That was a big deal. Another big deal was make one room, the clean room, the safe room, the room that has no junk in it.
You can go there and let it kind of all go away.
And that was Jill's idea. She said, "Okay, the bedroom's going to be off limits. We're going to do nothing to that." And another thing that she said was that it took me 2 months to convince her to move into the house. Again, it was condemned property. We weren't supposed to live there. But she said, "Okay, I'll move into the house on these conditions." She had a number of them. One of them was, okay, keep one room clean and safe. The other was, fix all the closets so we have someplace to put our stuff. And I said, "I don't have time to fix 14 closets." She said, "No, it's got to be done." And she was right. And when you put your linens away, your towels away, that helps save your sanity. The other thing we learned was stagger the work. Instead of doing big job, big job, big job, big job, small job, take a break. Small job, big job, take a break. Another thing was phasing the work. And when people take on a whole house, they think that they have to knock out one room, for instance. What we did is we did the whole house from, say, F level up to D level, took a break, did the whole house again up to C level, because we see a lot of people get burned out when they just put all their energy into one room.
This is a great story. Not only is it kind of a how-to, but also a really inspiring story. And I think it's a great one for people to hear. If folks want to hear more about your story, where can they?
I have a comic presentation that I'm giving.
Comic?
Comic, yes. You have to laugh.
Yeah.
Tonight at the main library here in Buffalo at 6 o'clock. And that's co-hosted by Preservation Niagara Buffalo.
I think that's wonderful. And if folks want to find your book, where do they find it?
Talking Leaves has it. You can get it online. You can get it at our website.
Ron, I appreciate you coming on our show. I love your story. I can't wait to read the book. I appreciate
Thank
you coming
you, Dana.
on. All right, now we're going to send things over to Emily Lehane.